Good day. In today's video, we will be discussing the globalization of religion part 2, resurgence of religion. Okay? Let's first discuss the objectives. Number 1, define the meaning of resurgence of religion. Number 2, identify the two views regarding the resurgence of religion. Number 3, appreciate the importance of religion in modernization. I'd like you to look into the picture on your screen. What can you say about this? Yes, it is a mixture of water and oil. And when you mix water in oil, the usual thing that happens is the oil moves at the top or in the top, and the water moves at the bottom. Now, what is the meaning of this illustration or picture? Yes, correct. There will always be differences among the beliefs of people. So the thing is, we just need to uh, learn how to respect each other's views and beliefs. Now, to continue with our discussion, let me read the quote coming from Audre Lorde. It is not our differences that divides us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. Now, there are times, and most of the time, people are hesitant to accept the differences uh, with regards to other individuals. So that's the usual problem. But if we learn to accept the differences, the strength and differences of each and every one of us, we will be a powerful force, not only to our community, but also to, to our country as a whole. So the idea here is we must learn how to accept the differences among us, because in acceptance leads to peace. Peace of what? Peace of mind. Okay? So what is the relationship of this representation to our discussion? Okay? Differences. And if that's a fact, there will always be differences among individuals, culture, society, etc. But the idea is we must learn how to accept these differences. And if we learn how to accept these differences, of course, there would be a resurgence. So the question is, what is the meaning of resurgence? Any idea? Okay. So resurgence, based on Google, is the increase or revival after a period of little activity, popularity, or occurrence. Sabi nga ng mga Pilipino, bilog ang mundo. Okay? What do I mean by that? Uh, it is not always a situation wherein you are at the bottom. There will come a time that you will be on top. So resurgence is the revival or the popularity or the repopularity of religion in the society. Okay? Resurgence of religion is the return of religion to global politics as well as international jury. Now, there comes a time that religion was not really popular. But there is a time that religion became popular, probably because of religious leaders, probably the actions of religious leaders, probably because of the actions of the faithful that is being popularized in media and in social media, making religion a popular topic on those platforms that I mentioned. Okay. Now there are two definition. There are two ideas with regards to the resurgence of religion. Number one, the clash of civilization thesis. Number two, the criticism to the clash of civilization thesis. So let us discuss them one by one. Number one, the clash of civilization thesis was popularized by Samuel Huntington in 1993. What is his idea? Let me read it for you. The idea that civilization will clash due to the processes of economic modernization occurring across the world that are separating societies from long-standing cultural identities, which in line with the unsecularization of the world. This is of George Weigel and Gil Skeppel. So in layman's term, for you to be able to understand it very well, when we talk about clash of civilization thesis, we're referring to the uh, the classes of civilization due to uh, the onset or the effects of modernization. The class of civilization and culture is the class of civilization brought about by economic modernization. So as progress continues to move forward, um, there are those who are hesitant to accept the the idea of progress, probably because in the difference of uh, culture, beliefs, etc. And because of this, it leads to cultural clash. Okay, so the next one is the idea coming from Azuri in 2013. He reaffirms the clash of civilization thesis and argues that the revival of resurgence of religion as a consequence of globalization. So here, he supported the idea of Samuel, and he, in fact, in a positive way, he says that religion is being popularized because of globalization. Example, nowadays, if you're a Catholic, um, we can actually hear masses that are being played live in Facebook or in YouTube. This is actually the effect of globalization. All right. So one way or another, uh, the the faithful are oriented and reunited with Roman Catholicism because of the use of Facebook as a tool for spreading the word of God. So it's a positive thing. Next, criticism to the class of civilization thesis. So if there are those who are in favor of that idea, there are those who are against. Edward Said in 2005, he discusses that the shutdown sealed up entities that have been purged of the myriad currents and countercurrents that animates human history, and that over centuries has made it possible for that history to contain not only wars of religion and inferior conquests, but exchange, cross fertilization, and sharing. So, um, according to, if we try to analyze the statement coming from Said, he's trying to say that because of modernization, because of the changes brought about by globalization, somehow, some way, uh, the the sins of the past were the sins of the past and the sins of those foreign colonizers were somewhat being covered by the onset of modernization. So next, the idea coming from Amartya Sen in 1999. He emphasized that diversity as an essential feature of most of the cultures in the world, including Western civilization. So Amartya is trying to tell us that it is true that there are diverse culture around the world. And in fact, Western civilization also Western civilization culture uh, is different from Asian culture. The thing is, you must, according to Amatria, you must learn how to accept the difference in this culture. So Thomas in 2005 believes that globalization of religion as the growing saliency of persuasiveness of religion, the increasing importance of religious belief practices in personal public life. So for Thomas, globalization is popularized because of individuals' persuasiveness to religion and uh, the individual learns the importance of religion to his life, especially now during the time of modernization. The importance of beliefs, religious practices, etc., etc. So, if you try to analyze the idea of Thomas, um, I don't know if you believe in God or if you don't believe in God. Somehow, some way, there is a divine being that provides us with abundant grace. And we have you ever asked yourself, um, if not for your intellect, if not for your connections, if not for your money, where do all these things come from? Yes, there will always be someone out there that we consider as God that gives us the abundance, grace, and blessing. All right. So this idea supports the idea of Thomas with regards to the resurgence of religion. Religion is being popularized in modern time because of individual beliefs that religion is somewhat important to the changing times, especially nowadays, right? That we're in a pandemic. So even rich countries, poor countries are absolutely praying to end this pandemic. All right, so let's move on. Let us try to answer or analyze what we have discussed. What are the effects to society of globalization of religion? So that's the first question. Second question, what is the importance of resurgence of religion to human society at present? So let's try to answer the first question. What are the effects to society of globalization of religion? Now, two things. It may either be on a positive side or it may either be on the negative side of religion. For example, there are those who are on the positive side because of the onset of modernization. Religion nowadays are being popularized and uh, being shown in YouTube and in Facebook, making the faithful of each religion view the uh, religious religious practices. The second one, on the negative side, there are those who believe that uh, or who asserts that there must be there must have there must have a violent clash. It needs a violent clash or a violent move to assert one's religion. And I will not mention any religion because I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend each and every one of you. All right. So that those are the two effects of religion to society. So the next question, what is the importance of resurgence of religion to human society at present? So as mentioned, if you were listening a while ago, uh, we are in a pandemic. It's 2020. It started mid-February when the lockdown was imposed by the government. So we did not expect that it will take until at least the very least until next year, 2021. Nobody expected to uh, make this pandemic last for at least next year, 2021. So many lose their jobs. Many have lost loved ones, have lost the lives of their loved ones. Many were affected and feared of being inflicted with the disease. So, as of now, I can say that there's a possibility that religion is popular to human society because of the use and the introduction of religion, feeding live video coverage in social media and Facebook Messenger and YouTube. Okay, so the effect of this is people nowadays uh, are reunited with their faith because of fear of being inflicted with uh, the virus, the disease. Uh, Many have lost their jobs, have lost their businesses, um, to the point that their only last resort is to kneel down and pray to whoever God they believe in. So sometimes I always say this, and this idea does not come from me, but from someone, from a teacher, and I've heard this idea from him. The only last resort, human beings' last resort, human beings' last resort, if, if he is in trouble, is God. Human beings' last resort when he is in trouble is God. I'm not religious, but I believe in God. I'm not religious, but I believe in God. As I say, human beings' last resort when he's in trouble is God. This should not be, because from the very start of our life, we were given the abundant blessing coming from God. So each day is a blessing. So we should consider Him, we should thank Him because He has given us the life that we have now. Right? So again, let us be thankful. Let us be thankful to our families. Let us be thankful to our loved ones. And of course, let us be thankful to God. Do you have any questions? There being none, class dismissed. Bye bye.